In this video, we explore uncertainty reduction theory, a foundational idea in communication science that explains why meeting a stranger can feel uncomfortable, why we seek information before trusting others, and how communication helps us turn uncertainty into understanding. You'll learn how our minds reduce uncertainty during first interactions, the difference between cognitive and behavioral uncertainty, and the real-world strategies people use from silent observation to direct conversation to make sense of those around them. Backed by real research, real examples, and scientific thinkers, this video will help you see everyday interactions through a deeper, more analytical lens. This is Biosyn, where knowledge connects and understanding begins. When two strangers meet for the first time, something invisible but powerful happens inside the human mind. Questions emerge instantly. Can I trust this person? How should I behave? What are they thinking about me? These questions are not random. They are deeply rooted in human psychology. In 1975, communication scholars Charles Berger and Richard Calabrese introduced a theory that explained this universal experience. They called it uncertainty reduction theory, commonly known as URT. Their central idea was simple but profound. Humans are motivated to reduce uncertainty during initial interactions in order to make social life predictable. Uncertainty creates psychological discomfort. Research in social psychology shows that unpredictability increases stress and anxiety because humans rely on patterns to survive and cooperate. Berger argued that communication is not just about exchanging words, it is a tool for prediction and control. URT focuses mainly on first encounters when people meet for the first time. Whether it's a job interview, a blind date, a first day at university, or meeting a new colleague, individuals instinctively gather information to understand who the other person is and how they might behave. Berger and Calabrese proposed that as communication increases, uncertainty decreases. Verbal interaction, facial expressions, gestures, tone of voice, and even silence provide valuable data. Over time, this information allows individuals to form expectations, reducing anxiety. This theory became foundational in communication studies, influencing research in interpersonal communication, organizational behavior, intercultural interaction, and even online communication. Later, scholars such as William Goody-Canst expanded URT into cultural contexts, while Joseph Walther applied it to digital environments like social media and online dating. In today's world where first interactions increasingly happen online, the relevance of uncertainty reduction theory has only grown stronger. At the heart of uncertainty reduction theory lies one fundamental assumption. Humans are motivated to reduce uncertainty about others during initial interactions. Berger and Calabrese argued that uncertainty threatens social stability. When we cannot predict another person's behavior, we struggle to choose our own actions. Should we be formal or friendly? Reserved or open? This internal confusion pushes individuals to seek information. URT suggests that communication is goal-oriented. People do not communicate randomly. They communicate to achieve predictability. As interactions progress, uncertainty gradually declines, allowing relationships, professional or personal, to form. Importantly, the theory highlights three situations where uncertainty reduction becomes especially intense. First, anticipation of future interaction. If you know you will meet someone again like a coworker or classmate, you are more motivated to understand them. Second, incentive value. When someone controls resources you need, such as a hiring manager or a potential client, to actively seek information about them. Third, deviance. When someone behaves unexpectedly or violates social norms, uncertainty spikes. Humans naturally investigate unusual behavior to make sense of it. This assumption has been supported by decades of empirical research. Studies in organizational communication show that new employees actively observe supervisors to reduce uncertainty. In dating research, uncertainty reduction predicts early attraction and liking. However, Critics later argued that humans do not always want to reduce uncertainties. Sometimes mystery can be attractive. This critique led to new theories, which we will explore later. Still, URT remains one of the most influential frameworks for understanding how and why people communicate when they first meet. Uncertainty reduction. Theory identifies two distinct types of uncertainty: cognitive uncertainty and behavioral uncertainty. Cognitive uncertainty refers to what we think about another person. We ask questions like, what kind of person are they? What are their beliefs, values, or intentions? Are they friendly, arrogant, trustworthy, or competitive? This form of uncertainty exists entirely in the mind. Behavioral uncertainty, on the other hand, concerns action. It involves questions such as, how should I behave around them? What behavior is appropriate? How will they respond if I say this or do that? For example, imagine meeting a new boss. You may not know their leadership style. That's cognitive uncertainty. You may also be unsure whether it's acceptable to joke or speak casually. That's behavioral uncertainty. Berger argued that reducing behavioral uncertainty is often the first priority, because inappropriate behavior can cause immediate social consequences. Over time, cognitive uncertainty decreases as more information is gathered. Research in social interaction confirms this pattern. Early conversations are usually cautious and polite. As predictability increases, communication becomes more relaxed and personal. Understanding these two types of uncertainty helps explain why people carefully manage first impressions, why communication is such a powerful social tool. One of the primary ways people reduce uncertainty is through passive strategies. These involve observing others without direct interaction. Passive observation allows individuals to gather information with minimal social risk. For example, watching how someone treats waiters, interacts with colleagues, or responds to stress provides insight into personality and values. Berger noted that passive strategies are especially common in environments where direct interaction may be inappropriate or premature, such as workplaces or classrooms. In modern society, social media has become a powerful passive strategy. Platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, or X allow people to observe behavior, interests, and social networks without direct communication. Studies in digital communication confirm that users frequently engage in passive uncertainty reduction before initiating contact, especially in online, dating, and professional networking. Passive strategies reduce cognitive uncertainty but may not fully address behavioral uncertainty, which often requires direct interaction. Ever felt nervous about asking a direct question, especially to your boss? What if I told you there's a smarter way to get the info you need without putting yourself on the spot? It's called indirect information seeking. Instead of asking directly, you could ask a mutual colleague or do a little background research online. This is super useful in workplaces with a clear hierarchy. It helps you understand situations and make better decisions without the risk of a direct confrontation. Think about it, even in politics. Diplomats use this strategy all the time to gauge a situation without showing their hand. While this method is great for reducing uncertainty and saving face, remember, it can come with biases. The information you get is filtered through someone else's perspective, so use it wisely. The most powerful uncertainty reduction method is interactive communication. Interactive strategies involve direct conversation, asking questions, sharing information, and engaging in self-disclosure. According to URT, this strategy is the most effective because it allows immediate feedback. Berger emphasized the role of reciprocity. When one person self-discloses, the other is likely to respond similarly, accelerating uncertainty reduction. Research consistently shows that interactive communication increases liking, trust, and relational development, especially when nonverbal warmth is present. Uncertainty reduction theory explains how people seek information to understand others and predict their behavior. But not all social encounters create the same level of uncertainty or the same urgency to reduce it. According to URT, there are 3 key motivations that intensify the need for uncertainty, reduction, future interaction, incentive value, and deviance. First, future interaction. When we expect to see or interact with someone again, uncertainty suddenly matters more. A brief encounter with a stranger may not concern us, but when that person becomes a classmate, coworker, or potential partner, our desire to understand them increases sharply. The more we anticipate ongoing interaction, the more effort we invest in reducing uncertainty. Second, incentive value. Some people have the power to reward or punish us, directly or indirectly. When someone can affect our goals, status, or well-being, uncertainty becomes psychologically uncomfortable. We pay closer attention, ask more questions, and actively seek information because the stakes are higher. Third, deviance. When someone behaves in unexpected or unusual ways, uncertainty rises. Their actions don't fit our social norms or expectations, making prediction difficult. This triggers a stronger need to understand their intentions and motivations. Together, these 3 factors explain why uncertainty reduction is not equal across all encounters. Some interactions feel neutral and effortless while others feel intense, emotionally charged, and mentally demanding. Uncertainty in this sense isn't just confusion. It's a signal pushing us to observe, interpret, and understand when it matters most. Berger and Calabrese introduced 9 key axioms that explain how uncertainty is connected to communication. They showed that uncertainty isn't random. It changes based on how we interact. For example, the more we engage in meaningful verbal conversation, the more uncertainty tends to decrease. Talking helps us gather information and better understand the other person. Nonverbal behavior also plays a powerful role. When someone shows warmth through smiles, nods, steady eye contact, or an open posture, it sends signals of reassurance. These small, subtle cues reduce ambiguity and make interactions feel safer and more predictable. Similarity and mutual liking further lower uncertainty, strengthening the connection between people. In simple terms, the way we communicate both verbally and nonverbally directly shapes how uncertain or confident we feel in social interactions. Ever wonder why we really talk to new people? Is it just to figure them out? Well, some folks in communication studies started questioning that. They said, hey, maybe it's not just about reducing uncertainty. Michael, son of Frank, for example, argued we're more interested in what we can get out of a relationship, whether it's good or bad. This idea led to a new theory, predicted outcome value theory. It says we talk to people to predict if the future relationship will be rewarding. If we think it'll be positive, we'll keep going. If not, we might just bail. Plus, let's be real, sometimes a little mystery is exciting, right? That uncertainty can actually make someone more attractive. So, it's not always about getting rid of the unknown. It's a mix of figuring things out and chasing those good vibes. Today, uncertainty reduction theory goes far beyond just face-to-face interaction. It helps explain how we behave in online dating, social media, intercultural communication, and virtual teams. Even with its critiques, URT remains a foundational framework for understanding human communication. It shows how we reduce uncertainty, build predictability, trust, and social order in an unpredictable world. By applying these principles, we can navigate relationships and social situations more effectively, whether online or in real life. So, if you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel BioSyn for more insights into communication and human behavior.